Republican senator late last week announced on CNN that he was done wearing a mask in the Senate. Not going to happen anymore. He says he doesn't need to because, as he put it, everyone in that area has already been vaccinated. So what's the big deal? First and foremost, that's not true right off the top. That's not true. Not even all the senators have been vaccinated. Certainly not all the aides, and definitely not all of the reporters who were in and out of that building all day, every day. So right on its face, that is a lie. Not to mention the fact that, let's assume for a second, Ted Cruz wasn't a lying sack of crap and that everybody there was vaccinated. Okay, let's think that. You can still be a carrier, though. Yeah. So you may be vaccinated, but that virus can still be alive inside of you for a couple of days, allowing you to spread it to others who may go home and spread it to somebody who's not vaccinated. That's how this works, Ted. You still have to wear masks. But there's a reason, by the way, that Ted Cruz is doing this grandstanding of, I'm done with the mask. It's because he's a selfish idiot. And he thinks that being a selfish idiot and pandering to these anti-mask crazy people in this country, he thinks that that is going to win him more votes and possibly propel him to the White House with the 2024 presidential election. Ted Cruz has been out in full force trying to be on the front of quite possibly every single issue facing this country today, except, of course, the important ones. You know, he did his little border stunt down there. He's on Twitter attacking Democrats all the time, saying their socialist agenda is horrible. He's now attacking these so-called, as he calls them, woke corporations, while still taking in millions of their donations, by the way. It's all a show. It's all a facade. Ted Cruz is lying his butt off every time he speaks. He's doing these big grandstanding events and acting like a complete buffoon because he thinks that's what Republican voters want. They want the stupid. They want the short little talking points that mean nothing because that is the only thing that Ted Cruz has to offer. Now, this is a guy who just, 3 or 4 years ago, held his own, actually, in a debate against Bernie Sanders about single-payer health care in the United States. And now, in spite of the fact that nobody's ever really liked him behind the scenes, he has just said, screw it. I'm going to stop trying to talk intellectually. I'm going to stop trying to talk about real things. And I'm going full-blown crazy. I'm going down that Trump path because this is going to win me more votes. The sickest part of this is, it probably will, because that's what the Republican base has become. But Ted Cruz's decision here is selfish and it's stupid. Much like pretty much everything Ted Cruz has done over the last few years.